Welcome back to today, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. Welcome once again, guys. This one actually caught me by surprise, and I will be reacting to it. Uh, Episode 2. This is called A Sign of Affection. Um, I believe it's releasing on Saturdays. There's two episodes out. I'll be watching episode 2 right after this. So I'm excited to see what else happens in the following episode. But so far, I really loved this first episode. Yuki's World is the name of it. It's a good premise. It's a romance. I will say that. So yeah, before anything, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give us some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media and other places in the description below. And if you want to further support me, then again, the best way is to subscribe. So make sure you're doing that. There is quite a bit of first impression videos. This might be the last week of me releasing first impression videos, but there's a few more that I have to record today, and we'll plan out for the week, and hopefully I'm able to watch more as the week progresses. So okay, A Sign of Affection. So it follows the story of Yuki, and Yuki is deaf. She's completely deaf. Even with hearing aids, she can't hear. Um, so Yuki herself, she's a pretty girl. We don't know a lot about how she got to where she is, but she's a college student. She has a friend who, same thing. We don't know how she became friends with Yuki and how she generally interacts with Yuki, and we don't know how they met essentially, right? It seems like their friendship is pretty early on, but Yuki in the beginning of the episode is struggling with a foreigner who or she believes is a foreigner who's asking for help, and she's mute. She can't, or she's not mute. She's deaf. But even because she's deaf, she can't really talk. Really, she doesn't know how to respond. She doesn't know how to let him know that she can't really help him. And there's this guy who shows up, gray haired dude. I'm gonna guess he's the main second character of the series. He shows up and helps her out. Now, he explains to her that he was speaking perfectly in Japanese, so I guess he's just not from the area per se. Um, but then we get this little interaction between them two, and this is kind of where the love, or she doesn't know how to define it, starts. She just knows that with him she feels uneasy and that her heartbeat raises up, right? So she tries her best with her friend to find out who he is. She finds out that he is part of a international culture club there in her college, and she tells her that she wants to, she wants to confess to him, or at the very least, let him know that she's has a little crush on him, get his maybe his digits, and so on and so forth. So they go and visit him and another guy who the friend likes, um, and they go visit, and they watch him at their work. Now, gray hair dude, super sweet. He starts interacting with her. I will say I'm afraid that his sweetness or his love or maybe kindness, I guess you can say, is coming from the wrong place, in the sense of maybe he feels for her, like he, not guilty, but um, almost a pity, like, yeah, she's deaf, she needs the extra love, so on and so forth. So I really hope that's not what's going on, but yeah, I mean, you I wouldn't say I can't blame him, but at the same time, like, it's just cruel. It would be cruel. That's the reason why he's approaching her. But they have a good night. He's very much interested in her. Again, I don't know. He is like a trilingual person, or quadrilingual. He speaks multiple languages for sure: English, German, and Japanese. He says he talks a little bit of Spanish and Chinese. So everyone's impressed with him. Um, And yeah, like basically he meets her outside after them interacting in the restaurant and tells the friend if he can walk her, and she's like, "Yeah, go for it." And Yuki is definitely she's nervous. She definitely doesn't know what this feeling is. She doesn't know how to interact with her feelings. Um, but also like he's interested. Like he definitely is interested in her. Um, they have this like cute thing where like they're gonna say goodbye, but then they start texting each other, and then at the end he kind of like asks her, can I enter your world?" And she gets all giddy and all happy and says yes to him. And that, in a nutshell, is the first episode. Like I said, what I'm hoping is that she's not confusing kindness for attractiveness, right? And I don't think that's what it is, but still, like I feel like a person who has a disability, that is a concern that they would have their entire life, right? Do they actually want to be with me? Do they actually want to interact with me, or is it more of a pity thing, more like, oh, he doesn't have friends or stuff like that, right? Which, to be honest, having family members who do have disadvantages physically and mentally, I also in a way can relate in not wanting to go beyond the norm and having acquaintances that seem like friends but not really friends, and not really allow anyone to get close in your bubble. So yeah. That in a nutshell is the first episode. I really like to say really enjoyed it. I want to say this is a 8 out of 10. I think it's super cute. It's a romance that I did not expect it. And if you know my ratings, 8 out of 10 is pretty good. Um, so yeah, there is 2 episodes out. Time of recording. I will record and react to the second episode, so I'll be releasing it later on, either tomorrow or late tonight. So we'll see. Guys, that is all that I have for you guys when it comes to the series. I do recommend it, and I hope more of you guys are watching it as well as me. I know lately the series have been so unique and straight, like specific niches that we don't really need or want. And this one is not specific. It's like pretty much in the genre of romance that we've been needing in these past few years. So I'm so glad that they're creating this romance that is strong, and it's a pretty good series. So yeah, that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. And I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.